let's talk about loot boxes in Shadow of War.
Well, can we talk? Did you talk about Shelob last week?
What do you want to say about Shelob?
Do you know what I'm talking about? Shelob? Giant spider?
The giant spider is in this game?
Oh, you don't know? This is amazing.
No, I don't know.
Shelob is now a super sexy woman with sexy lady parts.
Seriously?
Shadow of War!
The fucking spider that is in Lord of the Rings that they fight and run from.
She now, there's the spiders in the game, but now she has an ultra sexy lady form. Jim Sterling did a video about this a week ago or so. So there is the spider form, but she gets some big yabos. She gets big vaginas and asses. It's amazing.
It's already the most unoriginal thing I've ever heard.
The dust that is Tolkien's skeleton is rolling around in little puffs of wind inside his coffin. Because it's not like his body can spin.
Dude, look.
I'll find you a picture.
The stock killed it. It's over.
Oh, you're going on that thing of it too. Yeah.
The stock killed it.
This
all right,
is way lazier.
And if you want to go with your fucking monster Musume, whatever, Ragnar, whatever characters, and you can take one of those too. But at the end of the day, why are we taking just giant monsters and turning them into sexy humans now? What are we doing?
Because it's like, hey, bro, you're gonna get Shadow of War,
Ragnar.
Mordor? No, but there's the fucking broad in there.
All right.
Okay, but the micro loot boxes.
Well, I mean, yeah. Because here's the thing. Shoutouts to Eurogamer for their subtitle
Sexy
here.
Shelob. Look at her.
Oh, it's just a girl. It's just a girl.
No, it's just it's the picture.
It's a picture of a
but
human
then she starts
girl.
making out with your character. She's gonna kiss him.
Why would a giant spider decide to turn into a human being? Why didn't she turn into an orc or an urukai or a hobbit or an elf or any of the other races of Middle-earth?
I think what they're like.
Why a human?
Okay, Wooly, we're in the concept phase at Warner Brothers, whatever. Monolith or whoever makes it. So they're like, oh, so what should we have? Well, you want to draw in the fucking Kellogg's Blueberry or whoever you play in this game, Italian, and to lure him into the lair. Of course, she's going to turn a sexy lady. Now that sexy ladies and spiders have a kind of thing. It's like a witch type thing, and they lure you in. But then it's like when she's about to strike, turn her into a gross spider. So that's I'm sure that's what they're thinking.
So then when am I getting my giant flaming Balrog dong? When am I getting big naked man Balrog with chains and fire with a big flaming loincloth as he's swinging it around?
I like that.
And you're like,
I wouldn't mind that.
You shall pass, huh?
Can you pass?
You want to pass?
I love the Balrog. I love flaming penises.
Come on now.
Oh, if you wanted to see that, play the final boss of Dante's Inferno. It was really awkward when Rocky was watching me fight him. Oh, boy. Anyway.
I heard about Satan.
Yeah. That's part of all the Shadow of War news. What now?
Come, you fools.
Come, you fools. What new dickery is this?
Oh, no. In the depths of Mordor.
So Jared said you can buy loot chests, Jared, from the Warner Brothers site.
Okay, so here's what's going on. There's loot chests in Shadow of War, right? And it's all those things. You get your armor and your items and your XP boosts and whatever. But also, there's literally orcs inside of them.
That pop out?
That you gain in your army.
Oh, I thought they pop out of the treasure chest and they steal your loot.
No.
And go back in.
No. You gain the whole mechanic of the thing?
You fight guys and you can choose to enslave them and stuff.
And the Nemesis system, I believe it's called.
Yes, that's what it's called.
You get the Nemesis system is now in loot boxes. Not exclusively, but it's just like you're putting mechanics in the loot boxes. What are you doing?
So
what are you doing that for?
When Shadow of Mordor had the initial trailer, 60 minutes long, and this wasn't like on camera or whatever, I was laughing the entire trailer because it was so over the top and hilarious. And if this was just called Shadow of War and it was some new IP, I would have been fine with it. But because it's based on the Lord of the Rings, and it had this in the first Shadow of Mordor or more, whatever, the first one, I'm like, it's over the top, it's fine. But this one's so over the top and so action movie. And I was just laughing in the trailer, and I was like, all right, let's see if it's just me. Wooly, watch this.
Yeah.
I had you sit down, and your face was completely neutral at the start. Then I slowly start seeing you lose it, and you're like,
I didn't know what you wanted me. Yeah, I didn't know what you wanted me to
because I didn't give you much context.
But it just doesn't stop video gaming as hard as possible. And after, like, when he drops down and he fucking kills 8 dudes, and then there's a boss, and then he
that
fights
boss
him,
has a boss,
and then you jump over him and fight the boss, right? And then the boss fears you and runs away, and
then your mount jumps over a pillar of fire,
and then you're just flying on a fucking dragon, burning down a thing, and then they're like, the boss's boss has to answer. So now when a dragon-sized orc shows up, or whatever that giant mother thing is, and you're like, what are we doing?
I would love someone to do some splicey where they take footage of that trailer and they find if it exists, or at least quotes from the man, find an interview with Tolkien where he's like, it was a story about love. It was showing that the smallest person has the most power, and cut to the footage of the game.
And like, last time we tried to talk about this, and like, because it's hard to explain the funny here, because we tried to talk about it last time, and I remember some people were like, why are you guys like shitting on this game? That stuff looks cool. What's the problem? And it's like, it's the over the topness is so intensely packed together in this trailer specifically. You don't get a chance to breathe, because he jumped, like, the game. They want you to see this game as an exciting moment to moment action adventure.
And the books are like primarily all about the hobbits. Like, it's all about the hobbits and their journey and Frodo's. And the movies did what they had to do, which is to get people more on board and like the mainstream audience. It's like, have more stuff with Aragorn, have more fighting, have blah, 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 blah. And this is now like 7,000 other movies came and went. Like, even The Hobbit, like the last 2 Hobbit movies were just all mindless, like not great action. I always found the first Hobbit movie MSG. I liked, but the other 2 I did not. And this is just that to the upteenth degree. And now it's like, hey, guess what? Get your loot box, get your XP boosters,
get your orc crates.
If you want to get some llamas bread, get llamas bread boosters, boost that llamas bread. You need that to give you that like +3 armor. You get that llamas bread, son. Get the ale, get the ale boost. Like, it's just a little over the top now.
And more than a little. And I mean, like, so like just gameplay wise, those systems on top of systems on top of systems is the type of shit we made fun of in that Cross Tekken Fighterpedia. Like, it's just going so hard and so heavy, you know? And I feel like part of it, you had to be there to just see the moment to moment video gaming trying to one itself up before the last event finished.
Let's say we just change the name of this game, like keep all the gameplay mechanics, but just to put this into context, why don't we just call this game Catcher and the Rye? Like Holden's Sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know, that's the same
Shadow of Caulfield.
Shadow of Caulfield, you know? Like, it comes from a fairly humble, like, literary source that does have action, does have fantasy elements, but they've put so much onto it.
And so now with these orc boxes, right? You can buy them with in-game currency, but of course you can buy them with real currency as well.
That's fine.
And so the whole thing's supposed to be like, because it's more, it's more than cosmetic, but you can earn it by just playing and grinding.
Because that's what big mainstream video games are supposed to be now.
Right. And you know, so that's the whole thing with it. But I just think, like, even if you can get all this stuff by just playing the game, it feels like why are you putting major appeal of your system, which is the Nemesis system, like why are you breaking that into? Well, you know why, because you make money on it.
Yeah.
But it feels like a shallow
good
move.
Business. Yeah.
It's not why are you doing this. It's like we know why. It's just it feels like a poor move.
Actually, the example I was thinking of was actually sort of done already. I already talked about it once. It was Dante's Inferno. Let's take this story that has like zero action. It has just literally characters walking and talking and waxing poetic about life and thinking about sacrifice and whatever. And now let's make it over the top action game. Yeah, like, and he's a fucking Templar,
like stitching a cross to his chest.
You love that part. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, guess what? The game is still probably gonna be really fun to play. But all this microtransaction stuff, I've never been a huge fan. But like, whatever. That's to be expected, but it's just because to me they just
so far
market
beyond
this like so over the top that it's just it's hilarious. Like, I'm not even
based on the source material.
Based on the source material,
you couldn't get any further.
So much funnier.
And here's the only way to save it.
Yeah, what?
You double down. Part 3, you just Saints Row it. And you just completely disconnect from the word Lord of the Rings.
Okay, so this one, like we already kind of said it, like Kellogg's Blueberry that Talion uses, the Witch King, whatever spirits attached to him. It's a stand. Like, fuck it. It's a stand, right?
Okay.
It's because he shoots it out, it hovers around him, and powers him up, whatever. Sure. So I think for the third game, other characters awaken their Witch King spirit. And everyone starts having whatever. I like someone needs to like if Sauron is in this game or if he's not, I don't know. I forget what's happening. But if Sauron either needs to be a stand user or be a stand,
okay,
you know.
So the ring wraiths just possess different people. And then people start stand battle.
Because his soul is fused with the ring wraith spirit king. I don't know, Kellogg's Blueberry.
Why not?
Whatever. And like, that's how you do. You're right. If the third game goes even crazier, I'll be like, okay, no, now you went so far beyond that. Now
everything else. Yeah. Mordor Crusaders. This just seems like a shallow or poor decision that's going to result in tons of money. So all we can do is go poo-poo on you while you count your big dollars.
There's going to be a hilarious video I'll make of it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. They're going to make hand over fist money on that shit.
I don't know for sure. Like, I kind of thought Deus Ex Mankind Divided was going to like just because the first one sold all right. I mean, the first reboot, and then that failed.
But there's you know what, like
it's not always assured.
Well, it just looks like certain franchises, right? When they come back after with a sequel, you get marketing. You get Paul to come in and comb over it and like try new game marketing, right? They're like, this is what works here. This type of DLC, this type of plan, whatnot. And it feels like this is one that's had like 4 or 5 passes.
Shadow War?
Yeah, it feels like, you know what I mean? Like, you whenever, like, they get to kind of run wild and, like, they're like, oh, shit, they're letting us do that?
Yeah.
What else can we do? You know? Like,
everything.
Let's put in the crazy ideas that go too far, expecting to get shut down, and then they greenlight all of it, and you go, oh, fuck!
Yeah, they, like, lured in with the promise of you can just go crazy on it. At the end of the day, here's another little reason why I'm sad. I'm glad that the first Shadow of War more sold well, and then Monolith had a big success because they were doing like little downloadable things like Lord of the Rings Conquest, if anyone remembers that, Batman, Joker, Gotham cartoony shooter. Remember that thing?
Yeah.
Gotham's, I forget the fucking name of it.
Gotham
Knights?
No.
Gotham City Bruisers?
You're throwing me off.
What was it called?
I tested it.
Yeah, you did. Gotham Bad Boys.
Imposters. Gotham City Imposters.
Thank you. You're worth your salt. And then this was a big success, but like, I want them to make another Condemned. I want them to make another Fear, maybe. I want them to do another No One Lives Forever. Mm-hmm. I would love No One Lives Forever to come out. I don't know who owns that, but that's the studio that made it. Did Warner Brothers get it? I don't know. I want them to make their own brand new IP. That's not tied to a fucking book or a movie or something.
Yeah, like, but that's a risk. That's a financial risk. It takes a lot of money, and then when it doesn't work, then they have to fire people. Or if they think it's not going to work early on, then they scale bound it.
All right.